Zombies Made Simple. And the whole point of this new series is for those who may be new to the game or who may even struggle with the game to survive a little longer or fully understand what is the point of zombies. Well, here I'm going to try to help explain you what exactly Zombies game is and give you some tips and tricks on how to maybe survive longer, maybe complete the Easter egg, and so much more. So today's episode we're going to talk about is what exactly is zombies? What is the game of zombies? What is the point of zombies? And it's a fairly simple question if you guys who played the game maybe a few times probably figured it out now. It's a survival game. It's a game where the whole point of the game is to just survive. Survive as long as you can and reach the goal of reaching the highest rounds you can. And other zombies games, for those who maybe go back and want to play World at War, or Black Ops 1, 2, or 3, or even 4. Before, there was no way out once you started the game. Once you started the game, you either completed the Easter egg, or you died. And that's how it was. And essentially, that's still how the game is played today. Today, it's a little bit different, where we have the exfil point, where we can leave and not exactly lose, and gain a little bit more XP for those who are also trying to level up their stuff. So, in Cold War, when you first start a game of zombies, you see you have all these selections. Right now, we only have 2 maps, The Machine and Firebase Z, and this for those on PlayStation 4, Onslaught. You want to do this, it's a different game mode. I personally haven't played it yet, so I can tell you. And we had Dead Ops Arcade, which is like a little mini arcade game that was introduced in Black Ops 1. So, the whole point of zombies is to survive. And as you play the game as zombies, you have to, in a sense, gain points to help your cause of surviving, which would be either you spend those points of buying what is called perks, upgrading your weapon, getting shield, opening doors, and opening power. And all these things are here to help you survive throughout the game of zombies. And we're talking about like the way to gain points, the best way to gain points, the best way to spend your points in another video. So in this version of Cold War, we had create a class, where you can create your own class when you start a game. And so see, I have the gallows here, we have the knife, this and that, and you can add your own attachments onto it. And then you give it a chance to add a field upgrade, and each field upgrade does something different. We'll cover this in another video. And then we have our skills. And these skills, as we play the game, we gain these things called Ethereum crystals available that are here for us to help us upgrade our stuff. So we each have our own weapon class. Each one does its own thing as we upgrade our field upgrades as well, upgrade our perks, and even ammo mods. And there's a few other things you can add to yourself as well. So when you first load into a zombies map, you'll see, I'll cut this part out. When we load into the zombies map, we'll load into what is known as the beginning room or the spawn room, and we'll go from there. As you saw right there, you get to choose your loadout, what you load into your game of zombies with as well. Sorry about that. So, as you load into your first 6, and then you load into this what is known as a starting room. So the starting room is where you start out at the beginning of a round, or your beginning of a game, and this is where you first had to start to survive. And then in this map, there's only one door you can open, but usually there's a few doors and a few different ways you can get out to go into the main part of the map and the other parts of the map. We'll resume once we get there. Another quick thing to add, usually in a zombies map, there will be perk machine quick revive here. For those who may have possibly played the older zombies map, its quick revive is much different. It doesn't revive you in solos like it used to. You get, when in this game right here, in Cold War, you get a self-revive kit that will revive you. A few other things to add before we go on to the next part, when we go into the main part of a zombies map. And in the zombies game, a few things will, in a Cold War, a few things will spawn. These ammo crates right here will be around the map, and where you can buy ammo if you're low on ammo. And these right here, these are buildable tables where you can build different types of equipment, different types of support things. That's just grenades, even chopper gunners and stuff like that. And right here, we'll talk about a little bit later once we get the power on, is Pack-a-Punch, and we'll explain what that does. And yeah, we'll see you once we get into the main part of the map. So, now that we're here, as you see in Firebase C, there's a teleporter on top that I took. There's a stairway and came in here, but this is the main part of the map. So over there was the starting room, and this is the other parts of the map. So right now we're kind of like in the middle of it. And there's a few things I want to point out. So in this part of the map, and in Cold War Zombies, we were introduced with activate them. See, I get a challenge I have to do. And all you have to do is do the challenges, and you get a reward that starts off as common, and a rare, and then epic, and then a legendary. You can get that there. And as you see, these spawn around everywhere on the map. Another thing to point out, of one of the few things that are here to help you is Tombstone. And a little thing that some people may not know who are new to the game, if you go prone in front of any perk machine the first time, so if you're on a multiplayer game and one person already does it, you won't get the points, but you'll get 100 free points doing it that way. We'll see you when we start turning the power on. So in every zombies game, there, except for I would say probably, I believe in Nocturne and Totem, that may be one of the only games you can think of, there is the power. And when you start every game, that should be the first thing you're going for, is power. You want to turn power on straight away as fast as you can, and as soon as you can. And the point of this is to help you not only gain perks, but to open certain doors. Like there's some doors, like such as this one right here, that won't open unless the power is on. And once you have power on, you'll get more access to things such as perks. As of right now, if I go up here, this perk, well, now it's on. This perk will be off typically because this power wasn't on. And in the map Firebase C, there are four of these. This map specifically, other maps have a lever that all you have to do is pull and you turn on and demachine. All you have to do is turn that power on and hit a few more buttons and the power is on. But when you first start up the map, that should be your first thing you want to do, is get a few points, and the best way to get points is either knife, because you get 115 points, or if you do headshots, is another good way to get points. See, 115. I headshotted him, but there's just a few things you should be doing. But the very first thing you want to do when you begin a zombies game, whether it's solo or co-op, is turn power on. We'll see you once all the power is on. Alrighty, now that all the power is on, we have access to all the perks in the game. As to what I bought first was Jug. Jug gives you more health. And there's a few other things which we'll discuss in another video. And now what else it gives you access to is the Pack-a-Punch. And as you saw right there, this specific map has what are boss zombies or elite zombies. And each map has their own respected elite zombie. This one has the Mimic, a Mangler, and the big guy named Orda. And they typically have a little bit more health and a little bit more stronger. And in this game, the Mimics, they literally mimic drops that fall on the ground, such as like grenades, C4s, even support things like a chopper gunner or anything like that, even stun grenades, and that's what they represent. And they can just, or even what are they called, the rare drops and other things to help build this stuff right here. They represent those, and they'll come and attack you, so don't be surprised if one pops out of nowhere. Next we'll be looking at just real quick a few other things that you can do to help, and then we'll wrap up the video there. So next we'll go, as you see I bought a perk and I give you more health. Buy this perk right here, and next we can show you what you can do with Pack-a-Punch and what exactly it does real quick overview, and I'll probably end the video right there. Or we'll look at the well, actually we'll take, before we end the video there, we'll look at the exfil. one last thing before we head off to do the pack punch is training. As you see here, I'm literally just running around in a circle, keeping the zombies behind me. We'll explain it in another video a little bit better on little tricks on how to do it. Another thing that happens in the game of zombies are these things called drops. And that was a carpenter, and that drop just does all the barriers on the map, puts them all up, and you get, I believe, like 400 points. And also, it refills your armor that you get. So if you ever have armor and it's super low on armor, you want to grab that so you can refill your armor. And there's also insta kill, a nuke, a fire sale, and a double points and bonus points. And each one of those things do something different. We'll discuss what that does in another video. So now that we have the power on, we can go over here and Pack-a-Punch is on. So what is Pack-a-Punch? Pack-a-Punch enhances your damage and enhances your weapon overall. And so your first Pack-a-Punch in Cold War, and Cold War only, is 5,000 points. So once you have 5,000 points, you can go over there and Pack-a-Punch your gun. The next one's 15,000, the next one's 30,000. What else you can do is add a ammo upgrade, just like that, for 2,000 points, and it adds a special effect to your bullets. An electric shock, the other one turns a zombie basically to an ally and fights for you. The other one is like blast furnace versus fire, I believe so, the other zombies. And what was the last one? Let me go check real quick. Oh, and the frost one, which freezes the zombies. And what else you get is this. And this is the Wonder Fist machine, and what that does is just get it has all the perks there, so you don't have to go to all the perks like that. Even though the perk machine's right there, I can still buy it over there. Also, one more thing before we go on to the exfil part of this is this. You can go here, and you can buy armor, and what else you can do is do a weapon upgrade. And that weapon upgrade will add a little bit more damage to your gun, making it a little bit better compared to what it is now. As you see, and that is what the ammo upgrade does. Next, we'll go to exfilling. I'll see you guys on round 11. Now that we're after round 10, on round 11, and every 5 rounds, there's this thing called exfilling, and it's a little radio, and you call it in, and you say, "Hey, come pick me up." If you successfully do this, or if you don't successfully do this, the game will end. And after round 10, every 5 rounds, every 5 rounds, so round 11, then round 6, and then round 16, and then round 21, each one of those rounds, there will be a new exfil opportunity for you to exfil yourself. And all you do is complete this by surviving, killing all the zombies. Once you do that, you have the ability to leave. You're also on a time limit. You do want to kind of hurry up and finish it as fast as you can. And once all the zombies are gone, you can leave, and your game will end. The benefits of doing this is that you do get a little bit more XP at the end of your games compared to if you were just to die. So it is worth it. Obviously, the later you exfil, the more XP you get. And as you see right here, all you do is come up, and that's it. Your game is in. So I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. Let me know what kind of things that you guys need help with. Maybe ask for some tips or something, or something specifically I may not cover in this video. Let me know in the comment section what do you want to see next? Do you want to see perks? Do you want to see Pack-a-Punch, upgrading, or little tips and tricks? Just let me know. So I want to thank you for subscribing, like and comment, and thank you guys for watching. Bye.